Welcome to the channel, this is Mahir, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about cricket. I know I'm playing a game, but yes, eventually I'd like to record myself playing a game, but today I'm just talking about cricket. So if you like, you can stay. If you don't like it, you can go. This is freestyle, so I may or may not be editing my audio recording, so I don't know. We'll see how we go. Alright, so I've made my dream team across all the formats of cricket. Starting off with ODI, moving on to Test, and then on to T20, because T20 is boring. Okay, and it's not real cricket, so okay. Moving on, so ODI. So my openers would be Virender Sehwag and Matthew Hayden. Obviously, Sehwag is known to be a blitzer. And again, he's a right-handed batsman. And Hayden being left-handed, I feel that would actually do really well. Both openers are quite a bit of a blitzer. So I'm hoping to have a good start. And even if one of them gets out, we've got Ponting in at number 3. So I've got Ricky Ponting at number 3. I've only included the players that I've seen playing. So you may not see players like Richard Hadley or Brian Lara, mainly because I haven't seen Brian Lara play. You may not see Jeff Thompson and all those players. It's more after the 2000s that are the players that I'm including. So, yep. So Ricky Ponting comes in at number 3 for the ODIs. He's also my captain for the team. And then in number 4 walks Virat Kohli. Now, the reason I'm putting Virat Kohli in at number 4, I know he usually plays number 3, but I think Kohli would do quite well at number 4 as well. I don't want to move Ponting, so Virat Kohli in at number 4. He can take the team forward, he can take the run scoring and accelerate as needed. In number 5, I've got, I was confused, I was kind of torn between AB de Villiers and Kevin Pietersen. Similar players, but I felt Kevin Pietersen offered a little bit of bowling, whereas AB de Villiers was more consistent in his batting. So I was really torn, but I did end up going with AB de Villiers. Since I've seen him batting more, and I don't know why. Like it was 51 to 49, so I really can't pick. But yeah, going with AB de Villiers at number 5. Number 6, I'd like to have Jacques Kallis. He offered, he's the best all-rounder in the world. Everyone knows that. And, scoring 10,000 runs, picking up more than 300 ODI wickets, if I'm not wrong. Jacques Kallis. Again, I had 2 options. I was thinking either Jacques Kallis or Freddie Flintoff. I haven't really seen enough of Freddie Flintoff to kind of really compare him to Jacques Kallis. I've seen a lot of Jacques Kallis, so yep, Jacques Kallis it is. Number 7, I wanted a part-time bowler, probably a full-time bowler who can bowl at least 8 overs in ODI and can bat a little bit. I think the only one that really came to mind was Daniel Vettori, so I decided to go with him. Left-hand bat, left-arm spin bowler. So, yeah, Daniel Vettori. Quite a good all-rounder as well. And then, number 8. So now we're getting into the bowlers. So we're getting into either Brett Lee or Shoaib Akhtar. Any cricket fan would really have a tough choice to pick between Brett Lee and Shoaib Akhtar. But I did end up going with Brett Lee, mainly because I feel Brett Lee was more accurate with his bowling and whatnot, but again, personal opinion, right? I'd love to see Brett Lee playing again. So number 8 was Brett Lee. Number 9, without a doubt, was Glenn McGrath. Not even a question there. Number 10, I was torn between Shane Warne and Muralitharan. Like, again, they're both legends. You really can't compare between the two. But I decided to go with Warne. Mainly because of how he plays, and I'm a fan of his leg spin. So yeah, Shane Warne. And number 11. Okay, according to my notes, I actually wrote Chaminda Vaas because I had 1, 2, 3 pace bowlers, all right-handed. I really did want a left-handed pacer, but I eventually crossed out Chaminda Vaas and went with Shane Bond, just because, man, you know, if Bond hadn't had injuries and stuff, he would have been one of the best bowlers that I've seen in a long time. Shane Bond is one of my personal favorites. I've seen him bowl live at Eden Park in Auckland. I think it was 2006 in the Chapel Hadley Cup. Ever since, I've just been a fan of his bowling. He bowls fast, accurate. He swings the ball. He can do everything. So, yeah, crossed off Chaminda Vas and changed him with Shane Bond. And my 12th man in my ODI team would be Freddie Flintoff. And again, because he bats, because he bowls, he can really actually come in any order. We can have him as a pure bowler, but we can also have him bat. So he can either replace Jacques Kallis or Daniel Vettori on the day if you really need it, depending on the pitch. And that is my Dream 11. So top openers would be Sehwag and Hayden, followed by Ponting, Kohli, De Villiers, and then comes in Kallis, Vettori, Brett Lee, Glenn McGrath, Shane Warne, and Shane Bond. And that's my ODI 11. Okay. I'm not sure how many people are still going to stay back after that, of me excluding Lutheran, Shoaib Akhtar, and Flintoff, and Peterson. But if you're still here, here's my Test 11. Again, I don't know why, I just like how Sehwag bats. So in my Test 11, I've got him opening with Alistair Cook. Again, Test is a different story when you compare it to ODIs. You want a batsman who can stay in and really deplete the new ball. So I've got Alistair Cook playing along with Sehwag, and these are my two openers. I was briefly considering Graham Smith, obviously, you know, one of the most successful South African captains. Again, also left-handed, so it was a like-to-like comparison between Alistair Cook and Graham Smith, but I think since I've seen a lot more of Alistair Cook, and I've seen him bat for hours and hours and hours, I personally went for Alistair Cook. But again, you know, 50-50. Yep, so Sehwag and Alistair Cook opening the batting, and according to me, number 3 spot for a Test batsman should always go to Rahul Dravid. Hands down, I don't see anyone else batting at number 3 in a Test match. He can win you a game just by blocking every single delivery. I've seen him bat for hours and hours and hours. I think he could outbat Cook, to be completely honest. You know, his partnership with VVS Lakshman in one of the games against Australia, 2003, if I'm not wrong. You can tell me in the comments if I'm right or not. But absolute legend of a player. So number 3, Rahul Dravid. No wonder he's called a war for a reason, right? Yep. So Sehwag, Cook, Dravid. Number 4, I've got Ponting. I don't know. I just like the way he plays, man. Like Ponting is a legend as well. Ponting is also my captain for the team. So number 4, Ponting. Number 5 is Gilchrist. Adam Gilchrist, again, swashbuckling player. He can take the game forward. He comes in at number 5. If you're lagging behind, he can play the long game. If you're not, he can actually he can score runs at a really quick rate. He did initially start out as a number 5, number 6, and then went up to opening the batting. So I feel like I'd rather have him at number 5 with the Sehwag and Alistair Cook as openers. He would also be my wicket keeper. Yep. So again, you can choose between Gilchrist and Boucher and Dhoni to an extent, but and maybe Sangakkara as well. But I think I prefer Gilchrist in my Dream 11. Number 6, I've got Jacques Kallis. I know he bats in the top order, but I've got him further down. Again, I want him as an all-rounder. He can bowl for a long time. I can change him. I can bowl him first change. So, yep, I'd like Jacques Kallis. Again, he scored, you know, tons and tons of runs, taken heaps of wickets. So absolutely, I can't see past Jacques Kallis at number 6. Number 7 is another South African, Shaun Pollock. It's a bit of a weird pick, because normally you kind of pick the people who've been, you know, consistently playing for South Africa. I think Shaun Pollock is underrated, and not a lot of people consider him in their Dream 11 per se. But absolutely, he's such a legend of a player. Right on medium pace, medium fast, and bats a bit as well. I can absolutely have him in my team. Number 8, I've gone with Anil Kumble. I put a slash in at number 8. I wasn't sure whether or not I was comfortable just keeping Anil Kumble as my number 8. I was wondering whether I should have Muralidharan instead of Anil Kumble, but I think because Anil Kumble can bat a little bit as well, I'd rather have him play. And he's a leg spinner as well. So I think, yeah, I'd still go with Anil Kumble. Number 9, again, Glenn McGrath. I don't think there's any questions about that. Number 10, I've got Zahir Khan. I lived in India for a while, almost seven years at a stretch. So, yep, Zahir Khan. He's a really good, he gets a lot of reverse swing. He can also do quite a bit of in swing and out swing. He's done really well for India. Picked up 300 odd wickets in tests. So yeah, Zahir Khan. Again, it's a opinion. Comment your favorite bowler in the comments. And number 11, I've got Shane Warne. So I've got Anil Kumble and Shane Warne doing the bowling, and in the spin department. And I've got Glenn McGrath, Zahir Khan, Jacques Kallis as the pace trio. So I've got 6 bowlers doing the bowling for me. Okay, and Sehwag can do a bit of part-time. And my 12th man is Muralidharan, just in case any one of the spinners or someone gets injured, we can put him in. So that's my test 11. Starting off with Sehwag and Alistair Cook. Rahul Dravid at number 3, Ricky Ponting at number 4, who's my captain. Number 5, Adam Gilchrist comes in, who's the wicket keeper as well. Number 6, Jacques Kallis. Number 7, Shaun Pollock. Number 8, Anil Kumble. Number 9, Glenn McGrath. Number 10, Zahir Khan. And number 11, Shane Warne, with number 12, Muralidharan as the 12th man. Okay, and the last one, T20. To be honest, my T20 dream team changes every few months. At the moment, I've got Jason Roy and Bairstow opening the batting. It could just as well be Alex Hales instead of Bairstow, but I've gone with Bairstow just because he's slightly more consistent as far as I'm aware. So Jason Roy and Bairstow. Kohli's third down, coming in at third. AB de Villiers at number 4. MS Dhoni from the old IPLs at number 5. Number 6 is a bit of a weird pick, Albie Morkel. Either Albie Morkel, Albie Morkel. I don't know why can't I say his name right. Albie Morkel and Glenn Maxwell. So I wasn't sure. I was actually quite torn between the two. Albie Morkel bats really well. Bowls a little bit, medium paces, or I could have Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell is an absolute outstanding player. Bowls a bit of spin as well. Depending on the surface, I'd have either Albie Morkel or Glenn Maxwell. Ideally, I'd like Maxwell to play. He can bowl a little bit of spin. He's quite economical. From what I've seen of him, he can get thrashed as well. But yeah, I think Maxwell at number 6, and then if the pace is actually quite bouncy, then I have Albie Morkel. Number 7, I've got Rashid Khan. I don't think there's any questions regarding that. Absolute legend of a player. Spins the ball really well. Bats a little bit. We've seen him bat really well in the Big Bash. He can hit those big sixes as well. Sunil Narine, just the same as Rashid Khan. Can bat quite a lot. Hit those big ones and also bowl a little bit. Not the mystery spinner that he used to be, but he can still bowl those spinners. And then coming down to my 2 pacers, I've got Brett Lee and Lasith Malinga. Lasith Malinga mainly based on the IPL and the initial seasons that he used to be extremely effective, but not in the last few seasons where he hasn't really been effective. But yeah, and Brett Lee, I don't know why, he's an exceptional bowler. So yeah, I'd have Brett Lee in my team any day. And then number 11, I've got Adam Zampa. Underrated for sure, but yeah, leg spinner Adam Zampa for me is number 11. And at number 12, or as a 12th man, I've got Suresh Raina, and he can come in for anyone in the team and kind of replace the batting with a little bit of bowling as well. So yeah, those are my three three formats of my Dream 11. If you've enjoyed this gaming session or cricket, whatever, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to know what your Dream Team 11, I want to know what your Dream 11 is in the comments below. Okay, cheers.